So the topic I chose for my video is the importance of interreligious dialogue. And I chose this topic because it's a hot topic and it's also one that's really relevant for everybody. And I wanted to pick something that I was passionate about because I knew if I didn't pick something that I was interested in, then it wouldn't be a really fruitful video. So I wanted to pick something in my major, and my major is theology, because I've been to a lot of panel discussions on interreligious dialogue, and I've partaken in a lot of interreligious dialogues myself. And I wanted to not only share my background knowledge, but also learn more about this topic. And another reason is because I had a great discussion last week with a woman that I volunteer with, and we both were sharing different things about our faith and asking each other questions and delving into what we wanted to know more about each other's faith. And it was really great because we did it in a very respectful manner, and we both were open, and we really, by the end of the discussion, we grew together, and we found more about our own humanity through this discussion. And then lastly, I chose this topic because it's also extremely relevant to my audience. Everyone can gain something from this topic because whether you're Jewish, Christian, Buddhist, agnostic, Muslim, atheist, partaking in constructive dialogue is really important and something that everyone should know a little bit about, hopefully. And so then I have two sources. I'm really only going to talk about the first one because it's one that I find really, really relevant. And so it's called Correlations Between Types of Culture, Styles of Communication, and Forms of Interreligious Dialogue by Lawrence Minema. So this one really answers the how question. And this is important because it considers the person you're talking to. So you need to know their style of communication, as it says in the title, their culture, their ethnicity, their age, and how they want to partake in this discussion of their religion. And so I found that to be a very relevant source. And also it gives 3 different models, which is important because maybe one model doesn't work for everyone. So having 3 models is going to be really beneficial to my research and to my findings. And the second one is the role of religious leaders in times of conflict in multinational and multi-religious societies, a contribution towards interreligious dialogue in Macedonia. So my statement of proposition is, for thousands of years, religious disputes have been dealt with by war, violence, and discrimination. It is now necessary to look towards a more peaceful solution, such as interreligious dialogue. And now going into my evidence, I actually found a quote from the source, Correlations Between Types of Culture, Styles of Communication, and Forms of Interreligious Dialogue by Minema, that says, developmental models of dialogue tend to introduce various degrees of openness to difference and of integration of others that are framed within larger goals of dialogue, such as learning from others, learning to accept others, and cooperation with others. And I really loved this quote because by having interreligious dialogue, the chances for religious discrimination, hatred, and wars can be lessened. By respectfully and sensitively having a dialogue, people can gain a sense of openness, peace, reflection, and mindfulness. And when truly connecting to another human and understanding their faith journey, or lack of it, people can become united and ignorance and confusion can be eliminated. So, thank you so much for listening.